Hey, what's up? Today we're going to be testing the compression on an LB7 Duramax. Let's get to it.
Drag race this thing or what?
Yeah. Alright, so if you're wondering why we're testing the compression on my LB7, it's because it's a big single turbo, pretty hot dual fueler truck. We've been running it pretty hard for about 2 seasons. It trapped about 120 miles an hour in the quarter mile, which calculates to just short of 800 horsepower on a stock long block motor. So right now we have a little bit of a miss when it's cold. I'm not sure if it's a short rod or something with the injector, so we're just going to diagnose it. It's still, the heater's running. We're from Wisconsin, it's cold out here, so what we're going to do is just give it a little checkup before this season, see if there's anything we need to look out for, maybe build a motor, I'm not sure yet. So what we have is, we took all the glow plugs out. This one is bent because I smashed it with a hammer. So we're going to be testing the compression through the glow plug hole. This is a kit from Harbor Freight, Pittsburgh Tools, $30. It has the right adapter for an LB7 on it. So we just have all the glow plugs out, and right now I already have one lined up. So what that is we're in the number 7 right now with the glow plug adapter. Our gauge goes up to 1,000. We're gonna be looking for around 300 PSI out of each cylinder. The GM spec, I believe, is plus or minus 10%. So what we're basically looking for is if any one of the cylinders is down 10% of 300, which would be 30 PSI, right? So if anything's 270 PSI or lower, we're gonna be looking for perhaps a problem with a push rod, a short rod, probably not a piston that would be damaged in an LB7 because they're relatively strong. But yeah, we're just gonna start cranking it over and see what happens. Okay, so I'll turn the heater off so we can hear a little bit better. What we're gonna do here is, I've heard people say let it turn over about 4 times. The Pittsburgh tool says 6 to 8, so I think we're gonna aim for about 6. We're gonna see how many times we hit this until it stops moving. I'm gonna quick unplug my lift pump relay so that doesn't draw any power. We already have the battery charger going on it to keep that consistent. And we're gonna see what we can get out of number 7. Okay, sweet. Well, that worked really well. We got just over 300 on number 7. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull that out. We're gonna move it to number 5. We're gonna keep going. So I'm gonna set the I'm gonna set the camera up and just pull that out real quick.
Wow, I need this beat right now.
All right, so I forgot to hit record. This is my first YouTube video. We just tested number 5. We got just over 300, the exact same. We'll move to the next one. I'm being really careful with these glow plug holes because I didn't mention it earlier, but this stock long block has almost 300,000 miles on it. And there's a lot of gunk inside those glow plug holes right now. You can see I've only put this in 2 holes so far. And I'm being really careful because I don't want to mess up the threads or the sealing surface or where these are supposed to go, because I don't want to have to replace a cylinder head. And the cylinder pressure, well, this thing is making a lot of horsepower, somewhere around 3,000, and I'm really not looking for some of that to leak out of the glow plug hole. There's 3. All right, same exact thing. Hopefully this gauge is reading correctly. We're not going to get that on every hole, but looks like we're doing okay. And here's number 1. Sweet. All right, so we're moving to the other side. Everything on this left-hand cylinder bank tested out at just over 300 PSI, which is perfect. We're gonna move over. This other side's gonna be a little bit harder because there's a little bit more junk over there, but hopefully we get the same numbers. All right, these are definitely harder to get at on this side. We got it at number 8 up against the firewall back there. We'll see how it goes. Sweet. I think we cranked that one more time than the other ones, and we're just 325 or so. All right, my phone died while we were testing number 6. All right, same. All right. We're just under 300. Okay, yep, just at 300 again. So I think what might have happened there was I have been, oh, I'm still sore. All right. Anyways, I think what happened there was it took me a second to set up from testing the left hand to the right hand cylinder bag. And I don't know if our battery charger is really up to keeping up with the starter while we're cranking it over that much. So moving from over to the back side of that one, I think it just took us a little bit longer and the battery might have charged a little bit more. And that's why we got a higher result on that one. But other than that, these are all coming in pretty good. I really was kind of expecting one of them to be at like 250 or something like that. Because I will have to, you know, maybe I'll post a clip of what this thing looks like when it runs cold. Right now, it just... It smokes like crazy. So it looks like the next thing that we're gonna have to do is pull the injectors out of this and send them out and have them looked at. I don't have, you know, not very many people have the capacity to do that on their own, so especially with the common rail injector. So what I'm gonna do is probably end up finishing some turbo install stuff. I'll probably make a video pretty soon. What this truck's gonna be running this year is a single S480 in the valley. So I have a few things left to do with that. I actually have a hood stack that we just made to replace an older hood stack that I had because we're running a taller pedestal this year. So that's pretty exciting. This is nice to know that the bottom end of my 300,000 mile, 800 horsepower LB7 isn't banana rods, but that means we're gonna look for another problem here. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, comment on it, and I'll see it, and I'll either post a video in response or I'll respond to your comment. You know, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later.